Today on Turnaround's Theory.
A lot of women get on this app and they, say certain things about men like they're dumb and things like that. And whether I agree or disagree, we're not here to talk about that.
Plus, I'm going to conclude today's edition with another free theoretical thought. So join me for another episode of Turnaround's Theory coming up next on YouTube because I can guarantee you it's going to be a damn good one. Is what this young lady's saying true, that men are good readers? If you'll stick around for another edition of Turnaround's Theory, which is coming up next on my official YouTube channel in just a minute, we're going to go back to River TV on her YouTube channel and watch this video in its entirety as this young lady says that men are good readers, but inquiring minds do want to know. And of course, I'm going to conclude today's edition with another free theoretical thought like I always do. Now, fellas, once again, as I often tell you all, that y'all should often be knowing my saying and y'all should often be knowing the drill. So why don't y'all grab a quick snack and come on back because y'all just might learn something. Another edition of Turnaround's Theory starts right now. Roll that intro and let's get into it. I've been a musician for more than 44 years. I've been a video editor almost 20 years. But I'm also into content creating and I love giving theoretical thoughts on just about anything in general. I'm your boy Mr. Turnaround and this is Turnaround's Theory. What is going on, everybody? Once again, it's your theoretical maestro, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Turnaround's Theory right here on my official YouTube channel. As you should know by now, Turnaround's Theory is now coming to you each and every single Monday and Friday over the exciting digital airwaves of YouTube for season number 6. And once again, Turnaround's Theory continues to become the actual platform of where I normally give the fellas just like you at home a free theoretical thought on, just about anything. Hey, listen, for those of y'all that are just tuning in to watching another edition of Turnaround's Theory right here on my official YouTube channel, I want to personally welcome you. And if you are in fact a returning subscriber, hey, welcome back. As a constant daily reminder, I must reiterate to you all once again to please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel because it would in fact help out and it would be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell because you, my friends, will instantly be in the loop every single time I post up and upload more additional content onto the channel. Please follow me on all social media platforms. There will be a link provided in the description box below. If you also want to contribute to my YouTube channel through PayPal, which ought to be a great help, then there's also going to be a link for that, and it will be provided in the description box below for that as well. Now, as a reminder, I'm almost close to reaching 3,000 subscribers onto my official YouTube channel. So if you have not yet subscribed to my official YouTube channel, it's not too late. Help me get to the road to 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year is out for 2025 because your sub is greatly appreciated and it costs you nothing to subscribe to my channel. Please don't forget to also use the hashtag Team Turnaround that you will see at the bottom of your screen because that lets me know indefinitely that not only you're watching another edition of Turnaround's Theory, but it just goes to show that you are supporting my platform with regard to the content that I post up, and I might just send you a shout out right back. Now, I do hope and pray that I have covered everything within this particular matter, and with that being said, let's jump on over into another edition of Turnaround's Theory here on YouTube.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva and I'm back again with another video. So I actually saw this video on my own when I was scrolling through the wonderful world of TikTok, and I wanted to bring it to you guys. I literally only saw like a very small snippet of the beginning of the video, and I wanted to save the rest to watch it authentically with you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and press play, pause, play, then give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions on this entire situation.
Yikes! And away!
A lot of women get on this app and they, say certain things about men like they're dumb and things like that. And whether I agree or disagree, we're not here to talk about that.
You make the call.
Is how men are very good at reading people. I don't think it's talked about enough at how well men read women, okay? Specifically, men can also judge other men very well, even they don't speak up on other men as often as they will on women.
A few minutes later.
Men can literally look at you and know so much about you. And I've learned this through studying them. I've read books. One of the books I'm reading right now is Psychology of Gender, Men and Women, and also through listening to their podcasts and the videos that they watch and just watching them online. They read women like a book. You thought you knew your friends. I'm telling you, a man can come around and he will tell you, he's like your mom. You know how your mom would like, oh, that's not your friend. That's how men are. Men know what type of woman you are based off how you dressed, how you act around him and his homeboys, and even the way you act with your friends.
You're goddamn right.
I want to stop right here for a second because she's preaching right now. Okay, she is. She's got it. She's got it in the bag right now. Now, starting off with how women have this idea like, oh, men are dumb, men don't know anything. Like, women literally walk around with that narrative. I 100% disagree with that. And I always say that women who talk so negatively about men, like, and generalize all of them and say that they're all bad and they're trash and they're dumb and that they're this and all these things, I always say they clearly do not know men.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, just like how she's saying, 100%, a man can analyze a person and just assess them. And not because he's not speaking up a lot, not because he doesn't talk a lot, does not mean that he doesn't know you from A to Z. That's why when men speak on the nature of women, it's very different than when women speak on the nature of men, because women speak off of ideology, thoughts, what they think, and men are speaking off of logic, right? They're speaking off of, if 1 + 1 = 2, you act like this, you're doing this, this is the result that we're going to get in the end.
That was easy.
The what you post, all of that stuff, they are watching. They are watching you. They are forming an opinion. And might I add that they're usually not wrong when it comes to judging women. They're usually not wrong, okay? And I personally have stopped being friends with women based off of how men treat them.
Yes! Hell yeah!
So I had a friend, and I've been knowing her since grade school. Cool person, right? But every time we would hang out and we'd talk about our dating life, she would always tell me about how men were asking her for money. Men were making her pay for the first date or go 50-50, or telling her I lost my wallet, or, you know, some egregious story happened when it was time to pay the bill. Or they were asking to like borrow her car or stay with her. It was just always something. And I would be like shocked. I'd be like, girl, what are you talking? Like, I would always be so intrigued because I've never had this experience.
What?
Like, I've never been told to pay for, or, you know, asked to pay for a date. You know, I don't do any of that.
I'm leaving here with something.
But I would be intrigued. And then when I hit 25, it was something that developed up here at the frontal lobe. I was like, oh, the reason why they are asking her these things or treating her this way is because of low self-esteem. And then I started to see it. I started to see it in the way she walked and the way she carried herself in the decisions. I started to see it naturally, right? And then I had another friend, cut her off too. Every time we went out, it was like men just naturally spoke very dirty to her. I'm talking about like they were just very, like, I'm not gonna say they're aggressive, but they were just very sexual with her.
Police! Help!
I want to stop right here for a second because I do want to touch on what she's saying. You see, I always say this. I always say that they say that women are the reciprocators, right? Technically, in a relationship, both people are reciprocators, okay, if we want to be technical. But a lot of times, I always say that a man is going based off of how you present yourself. If you show, you know, nice qualities, girlfriend qualities, he makes you a girlfriend. If you show wife qualities, he makes you a wife. If you show motherly qualities, he makes you a mother. Like, people think it's the opposite. They're like, oh, you know, women are the multipliers, and in ways we are. But I really believe that it is based off of how the woman presents herself, and that is how that basically says what kind of man you're going to get out of the man. Right? Like, I don't believe that a man acts one way across the board with every woman that he deals with. I believe that based off of the woman that you are will say what kind of traits you're going to extract from a certain type of man.
I should have been moved.
And so in her talking about her friend that had the low self-esteem, it's like, oh, that's why guys treat you like this.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
In the friend that she's talking about that she's overly, sexualized, is obviously based off of the way that she is either interacting, eye contact that she's making, something that she's doing, why she's getting certain outcomes that she's getting. And so it seems as though this woman is now understanding, like, oh, this all has to do with you.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Instead of women have the mindset like, oh, it's because these guys are bad and these guys are trash. No, maybe the what you're getting out of the situation is a reflection of how you are presenting yourself.
Off the rip, didn't even know her. Now, mind you, she did used to tell me, about some things she used to do, whatever, blah, blah. That's her business. But like for men to even pick that up, I'm talking about on the first meeting, and they're like being very, with her, and they wouldn't do that to me or the other girl that we used to hang out with, our other friend. They would only do it to her. That's because they could pick up that spirit. I'm telling you, men can read low self-esteem, low self-worth. They can read if you want their attention. They can read it all.
You make the call.
Men are so good that they can read a woman even if she's in a precarious situation. They will still be able to decipher if she's a good woman or not.
Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
Now, off of face value, if you walk like a duck, quack like a duck, they're gonna consider you a duck. But then they might be in situations where they're like, oh, you were surrounded by ducks and raised by ducks, but you're actually a swan.
Yikes!
You're actually a little bit different. This is a different type of breed. Hence why there will be, some women who, like I said, have been in, had a tumultuous past or whatever the case is, and they're still able to get into relationships or to build positive foundations in their future. And the reason why is because of the traits of who they are after a man has gotten to know them.
You must be out your mind.
Men are very good at seeing things for what they are. No fluff, no additives, seeing a woman in her truest nature.
Got him. We got him.
Some of them are so good that they don't even have to have a conversation with you, sister. So what you post matters, what you wear, it matters. In how you move in the world, it matters. Even the conversation. I had a few videos back, I told y'all, watch what you say. Stop sharing everything. Be careful of what you say. Only say the minimum. I'm not saying you lied, but he don't need to know all of that.
Think I'm playing? Am I lying?
But I picked that up on watching a lot of men podcasts and things like that. Like, as much as I would like to get on here and say that they be over exaggerating, no, they're very good at reading people.
What?
They are very good. Even when they read each other, even when they read another man, men know when other men are full of it.
Now, if you want to throw all that away, you go right ahead.
I mean, look at the situation going on right now with the guy who is a baby mama maker. Look at that situation.
Oh, hell no.
Look how the men are chiming in. They're very good. And I suggest to all the women out there who are actively dating and seeking relationships with men, and I suggest to the women who are actively dating and seeking relationship with men, I'm only talking to y'all, I suggest you get on and listen to some of these podcasts that they're listening to. Not the podcasts where they're pandering to women, but the podcasts where they're talking about women and they're talking about the women that they do and do not like. And I'm not asking you to subject yourself to what they do and not like, whatever. I'm asking you to listen to how they describe women, listen to their experiences, and that will tell you a lot about how they assess you. They are very attentive. Men are very attentive, and it taught me something just in watching them. And I don't care about their opinions about certain stuff, whatever. It's about the detail. It's about being able to read people very well just by how they walk and talk and how they answer questions, because nobody is different.
We do not care.
I want to say this.
Oh, go ahead.
Two things I disagree with. I disagree that you should not be open and honest when you are in the dating phase with somebody, or No, here's the thing. If you're going on a first, second, third date as a woman with a man, I don't think that you need to spill all your guts on the table. I don't think you need to do all of that. But I think that once it develops into something that you see a future with them, I think it is important so that they know what they're getting themselves into. The same way that you want them to be transparent and you know what you're getting yourself into. That's one. Two, I think that it is important to hear the consensus of what men do and don't like. I think that's important. And I think it should matter to you as a woman what men do and don't like.
You're goddamn right.
Because if you want to be in a relationship with men and men are telling you across the board that they don't like certain things, I think you need to keep that in mind.
Yes! Hell yeah!
You know, if you're dressing for the female gaze, or I don't care what men think, I care what my girls think. Like, you're only going to be appeasing women. You're not going to be appeasing the men that you say that you actually want to be in a relationship with.
Let's run through that again.
Everything has already been written. People may think that they are real and different and they one of one or whatever, but patterns and everything have already been written.
That's it. Hold it right there.
Patterns will help save us all in general. So recognizing the patterns in people will tell you a lot about a person. And I highly suggest that you just stay like, I don't want to say vigilant, but you just stay, proactive, right? You always paying attention. And this can translate into how you read men, right? You should be able to read men. There's no two men that are different.
I disagree with this. I definitely disagree with this. There was a conversation that I had that, somebody was saying that they feel like there's only like maybe 5 or 6 different people in the world, as in traits, personality, stuff like that. And then like after a while, like, that's why you can work at one job and say, for instance, you go to another job and you can identify like, oh, that this person would technically be this person from the last job. Like their personality traits are extremely similar, and you go to a different job and the same kind of thing. But people are different. But if you know the basis of how to analyze people and listen to the things that they are saying as well as the things that they're not saying, body language, energy, and all those things, then you will have the ability to truthfully understand what it is that you're actually getting yourself into.
What the is this?
And so, but I don't agree that all men are the exact same. That's just not true. They might have, similar traits, but they're not all the exact same. You can't paint men or women with one brush.
A few minutes later.
There's groups and, things like that, but men are the same. Like, they all have their little groups. You can tell that when a man is a good guy, or you can tell when a man is, going to waste your time, or you could start to pick up on this as you start to, pay attention and analyze them. But I'm gonna have to give it to them. Men are very good at reading people.
It's a beautiful day when you're right.
Go ask your homeboys, go ask your brothers, go ask your uncles, men that are gonna keep it real with you and that won't sleep with you. Ask them about how they read women, and I'm telling you, they're so good at it. From broke to poor to rich to everybody, all of them. They're very good at reading women. That's how they can single some of you out to take advantage of, or to, finesse and get things out of, because they can read you very well, like a book, actually.
Yeah, and that's why, like, even when it comes to like negotiations and stuff like that, like, men are really good. They know what angles, what things to say. Like, men are just good at logical things. They're really great at that. That's their strong suit. Where women are more emotional and sometimes less logical, that's their strong suit. They can see something. They're very they're like a database, right? Like they can just analyze, group things together, figure things out, put the puzzle pieces together. Hence why, as a woman, if you understand that men are good at analyzing women and men are very logical thinkers and men are usually on point, now let's just play back all the things that men say about women currently. Just think about that. Just think about all the different conversations, the podcast, whatever. Let's just think about the situation and the air that we're in right now currently. And now rewind the tape, and just think about the fact that men are great at analyzing people. Now you're going to start looking at your homegirls different. Now you're going to start looking at the women around you different. Now you're going to start looking at trends on TikTok or on social media very differently. Because once you see that once your eyes are opened logically, it's very difficult for people to throw a facade at you. It's very difficult because you see them coming a mile away. 100%. I absolutely agree with what she said in this conversation. I 100% agree. Not with everything. I told you things I didn't agree with, but I agree that men are very good at reading women, reading people, and are very good at analyzing situations and people. Hence why I always say it is an asset to have a man in your life. It is an asset. Okay? It obviously a good man, a strong leader, somebody who is cares about you and all those things. We can go into that, but it is an asset. It is, because what you can see, from your femininity and from the feminine balance, and then having that masculine balance with you, it is like it's a different ball game when the two meet. Very different.
When we come back to Turnaround's Theory, I'm going to conclude today's edition with another free theoretical thought right after these important messages.
Men are exiting the dating scene by the thousands. Why? Because they're tired of angry women who are trying to make them pay for mistakes they didn't make. Men are saying they prefer their peace over a piece. Think I'm overreacting? Go read the comments.
A female narcissist. She's obsessed with wanting to appear good instead of actually being good. She will cause so much destruction and chaos in your life, then act like the victim publicly to circumstances and repercussions that she's created. Don't let that go over your head.
And now, Turnaround's theoretical thought. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, and this is most definitely my favorite part of the segment. Once again, it is time for another edition of Turnaround's Theoretical Thought with yours truly, because in just a minute, I'm going to conclude today's edition with another free theoretical thought from River TV's YouTube channel about a young lady who says that men can read minds. Here's your theoretical thought for today. I think everything what she said on that video is absolutely true. Of course, there were some things that didn't rub me the right way, but throughout the vast majority of the video that I've talked about and seen thus far today, I think that she nailed it right on the mark. I think she had said it in every detail, any way possible, and even River TV can attest to it. Listen, if you're a man that can read a woman's mind and she don't present herself the way that she's supposed to, that's an indication for you to walk away. That's your theoretical thought for today, and this will also conclude another edition of Turnaround's Theory for this week. Hey, listen, I want to thank you for tuning in to watching another edition of Turnaround's Theory right here on my official YouTube channel. As always, this platform has actually been designed to empower men to make better choices and life-changing decisions when it comes to the dating world. Hey, listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below concerning today's episode. And as a constant daily reminder, I must remind you one more time to don't forget to please like, comment, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel, because it would in fact help out and it would be beneficial for the YouTube algorithm. And please don't forget to smash on that post notification bell, because you, my friends, will instantly be in the loop every single time I post up and upload more additional content onto the channel. For Turnaround's Theory, I'm your boy, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. Again, I thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you right back here this Monday for another edition of Turnaround's Theory. Until then, Team Turnaround out.